Hi, I'm Danny Isaac. I'm the executive producer at Rare on Kinect Sports Rivals, and you are watching Eurogamer.
Hey all, I'm Eurogamer's YouTube Editor Ian Higton, and I'm a Kinect hater. I don't think it works well enough for Microsoft to have given it such a prominent position within the Xbox One's infrastructure, and I don't think games designed specifically for Kinect have any long-lasting appeal. Obviously this is just my opinion, but I'm telling you this straight up because I think it's only fair to let you know what viewpoint I'm coming from for this preview. I'm not here to bash on Kinect, mind you, or Kinect Sports Rivals, but as someone who doesn't really believe in Kinect, it's worth touching on whether or not a visit to speak to people who really do believe in Kinect could change my mind about the third eye in my living room. So that puts me right here, smack bang in the middle of Rare's Twycross studio, where I got to create my own champion, play the 6 available events, and speak to Danny Isaac, the executive producer on Kinect Sports Rivals. Danny, for those not in the know, what be Kinect Sports Rivals?
Kinect Sports Rivals is a reimagination of the Kinect Sports franchise. Here we have 6 sports, 3 of what we call the fan favourites, which are tennis, bowling and football or soccer, as well as what we call these new kind of reimagined great new experiences that the Kinect Centre unlocks for us, which are wake racing, climbing and target shooting. So this is all wrapped in a meaningful metagame, so you can go off and earn experience, which allows you to unlock power-ups, but more importantly it's all threaded through with this idea of a champion, where you stand in front of the sensor, you're scanned into the game and your likeness goes into the game, and it's just not the way you look but also the way you play, because that champion goes into the cloud and is available 24/7 for anyone to play.
So, like the driver from Forza?
Yeah, very similar. So it's the same sort of idea of, how do you make competition meaningful? So we've done it on one sense by using the fidelity of the sensor to build these deeper, meaningful sports, but also it's nothing more meaningful to play against friends or rivals or family. So we kind of put a face on driver.
When you're ready to continue, hold your hand in the air. Great stuff. Let the magic begin.
Rare and Microsoft were really pushing the champion creation during the hands-on event, so it was only right I scanned myself in to see how close to life my champion could look. The whole process is rather quickly done. It takes about 4 minutes, with some time given to demonstrating the new and improved facial recognition in Kinect 2.0.
See how it's taken shape to match the reality? This part's very cool. Not only does it look more like you, it moves with you. Try out some expressions. Happy, sad, surprised, cheeky, deranged. When you're ready, take a step back and we'll fire up the old magic again to... Great, brace yourself for the big champion reveal.
Very impressive indeed. I felt like I was in the Lawnmower Man. My finished champion though, at least to my eyes, bore no real resemblance to me at all. Not even once we'd given him a ginger makeover and added some stubble. Oh well. Facial recognition isn't the only new Kinect 2.0 feature that Rare have implemented into the game though. The sensor can now recognise hands much better, as well as detect more subtle body movements. So Danny, all this new tech is all well and good, but what I want to know is, considering most motion-controlled games come out once in a blue moon when Granny's around or when you're having a boozy house party, what I want to know is, what have you added to Kinect Sports Rivals to make sure the game stays in the disk drives of core gamers?
I think we look quite hard at this. I think, one of the interesting things for us as developers, it's hard for myself personally to be put in a box whether I'm core or casual, because depending on the mood I'm in and what I feel like, it's like, what movies do you like? Are you do like comedies or do you like action? Do you, depending on what mood you're in, it moves and morphs and depends who's around you. So we really looked at some of the sensibilities that you would have in what we'd call a traditional core game, such as the depth and fidelity of control that you'd have. Such as experience points and leveling up and having unlockables that you get in most traditional games, but for whatever reason haven't really been in these kind of motion sports games. So we brought these types of things in, as well as the champion in the cloud, right? So I can play, as we have done here, some very intense battles with people on wake racing or tennis or soccer, because they've got level 20 XP characters, and even when I'm playing by myself and their champions come down in the cloud, I know I'm going to have to concentrate You know, it was interesting. I did some interviews last week, and I had to stop talking because I was racing, and it was Midnight Waters, and it was tough, and it was, you know, level 20 characters, and I was like, okay, well, someone else is going to have to talk, or I'm going to have to play, because it's just not easy. And I've been playing the game for 6-7 months.
The champions in the cloud and the unlockables are great steps in the right direction. So is the customization and the addition of power-ups, which add a more arcadey element to the standard sporty gameplay. But all this is probably for naught if the events are no good. Now, most people will be familiar with Wake Racing already. I'm sure most early adopters of the Xbox One would have given the pre-season's demo a download. Graphically, it's the best looking out of the 6 events, and probably delivers the biggest shots of adrenaline, considering this is one of the 2 sports you can play standing almost completely still. The second sport you can play without moving much, bar a few power-up dodges, is shooting, and to be completely honest, it's probably the weakest inclusion. You literally just point at targets while the shooting is done automatically for you. It's a pointing game. Point at things fast enough to get the most points. Point for points. It's a point 'em up. Tennis is pretty standard. It takes a while to get the hang of it though, as you have to swing a lot earlier than you feel like you need to for the racket to hit the ball. It's fun enough, and you can work up a massive sweat, so it's great for those of us who want some actual motion in our motion controlled games. Football or soccer has a rather odd gameplay style. To pad out what is essentially a penalty shootout simulator, the attacking player must first punt the ball through a group of defenders who seem to have been lifted straight from a foosball table. Dodge them, build up a powerful shot while doing so, then hammer the ball into the goal. Or at least try to.
Clean save!
Bowling is a fan favourite, of course. It's like the denim jeans of the motion-controlled gaming world. It works well, and the added sensitivity of the Kinect sensor does indeed give you much more control over your balls. You do still have to over-exaggerate your wrist twist to get a spin on the ball, but it's a huge improvement on the version in the original Kinect Sports. Finally, the game that stood out for me the most was the surprisingly fun rock climbing. The hand tracking and grab detection, if that's a thing, works really well, and this one was a joy to play in competitive split-screen multiplayer. Pulling people off has never been so much fun. Wait, oh, pulling people off rocks has never been so much fun. Even. Sorry. So, final verdict then. Has my hands-on preview of Kinect Sports Rivals changed my mind about motion-controlled games? In a word, no. It's definitely got shed loads of fun in there for people looking for this kind of thing, but even with the much championed champions in the cloud and all the added tweaks, I still couldn't see it ever being a game that would appeal to the core gaming audience. But of course, it's still going to be the best-selling Xbox One Kinect game ever, because, well, really, what's it got to go up against? Fighters Within? Pfft, no contest. Thanks for watching. If you've liked what you've seen, please do shoot us a subscribe so you can be among the first to watch our exclusive interviews, early gameplay previews and interactive live streams. Toodle pip!